Hello students, welcome to Web Technologies online classes. In this session, I would like to explain about the concept of document object model. Nothing but in the short form of we can call DOM. DOM, DOM. DOM stands for document object model. So now in this session, what is document object model? How many types of document object models we have, and what is the standard model? Every time, regularly, what are the model we are using? So each and everything in this session, I will explain. Okay. Now, shall I start our session? Okay. Document object model. In the short form of, we can call DOM, DOM. DOM, DOM. DOM, actually DOM object model, document object model is a platform of language neutral interface. Language neutral interface. Nothing but it is actually what is the programming language we are using right now along with HTML. So that object is adopting by the document. Here document is nothing but what? A browser window. A browser window. Now I am opening Google Chrome, and this complete window is also called document, web page document. Okay, this is document. So this entire document is called one of the object, because of in the real world everything is the object now. In the real world everything is the object, but in the programming model, while you are doing the programming by using laptop, here number of softwares we are installing for our requirement purpose. Here Google Chrome, OBS Studio, and TeamViewer, YouTube downloader, and VLC player, Recycle Bin, Adobe Reader, Firefox, Zoom, these all are one of the objects. Each and everything is as called as a object, because of here we are using each and every object we are using as per our requirement. For example, if you want to conduct anything, if you want to conduct online meetings, for that Zoom object we are using. Zoom application is called an object, Zoom object. And if you want to browse, for that Chrome browser we have to install in our system. So that is also one of the object. So Google Chrome is also one of the object. So similarly, if you want to develop a program, so that is also called one of the object. So in the real world everything is the object. So that objects we are converting into the in the systematic way. That objects we are using in the systematic way by using some programs. Okay. So here this entire window is called an document. Is called the document. The web page document. Whatever the programs we are writing in the HTML by using CSS and JavaScript, so that is opening at where? In the browser window now. So nothing but in the document window. So here to run this window we have to create one document object. We have to create one document object. So that is common functionality now. So when we open the browser, the document object automatically it will enable. It will create the object for us by itself, because of that is common. So that common objects already developed and introduced with the browser. So here the document is also one of the browser. So if you want to write a program by using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, so that program will execute in this browser document window. Okay, browser document window. So this is also one of the document model. So in this, actually the document object model invented by the W3C organization. W3C organization. So that is W3C means World Wide Web Consortium. That is the company name. that World Wide Web Consortium company has introduced with the document object model platform. Document object model platform. Actually, it is a platform and language neutral interface. If you want to use, for example, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, we are using to execute the programs in the browser document window by using document object model. For example, if you want to develop a program by using .NET and by using PHP, some other technologies, if we can use, for that also, for them also, the document object model, it will work. So that's why it is called neutral interface. It is neutral interface, nothing but a common interface. So each and every platform, it can be used directly without any interruption. Okay. So that means it is the common object model for each and every platform. So that's why it is called platform and language neutral interface. Okay. And this document object model is introduced by, is invented by the W3C organization. So W3C organization means, what is the full form of W3C? World Wide Web Consortium. World Wide Web Consortium is the company name that allows the programs and scripts to dynamically access and update the content, structure and style of the document. So in the document object model, it will allows the programs, whatever the programs we are writing, that programs is executing in that document now. So in that document, what type of programs it is adapting? Programs also it can be running by using HTML program is also running by using document object model, and scripts also dynamically access and update the content structure, and style of the document in the document object model. So if you want to change, if you want to do any designing, if you want to apply any styles, so for your designing purpose, after designing is over, the program is executing in the browser window, nothing but a document object model. It is supporting to execute the programs. And if you want to write a scripts in that, that is also allowing by the document object model. Because of scripts, what purpose we can use to change the to do the dynamic changes, and also content, structure and style of the document. If you want to change anything, or if you want to create anything, or if you want to inject any script type programs, so for that also document object model is allowing to run purpose. Here the DOM is a W3C standard, because of World Wide Web Consortium has invented by the document object model, and the DOM defines, the document object model defines a standard for accessing documents. It is a standard for accessing document. DOM is nothing but this complete window, document object model. So in this model, if you want to use any documents, if you want to use any elements, for example, document object model, in this document, if you write the program, how it will take the program? First, root element. In the root element, head element, head section, body section we have. Because of this complete web document contain how many sections? 2 sections. The first one is head section and second one is body section. So it has divided into a tree format, 2 sections. In that head section, title element we have. In that title, we are writing the title. Okay, we are writing the title. And in the body section, anchor tag, nothing but hyperlinks also we are applying, we are using, and also headings also we are using. In the hyperlink, href attribute is also we are using, and we can use the text link also. And h1 text header also we can use, opening and closing h1 text, in between whatever the text we want to display as a heading, the text header we are configuring. In the anchor tag is also whatever the text, whatever the link you are creating by using text, and opening anchor tag and closing anchor tag, in between whatever the text we want to represent as a hyperlink, so that text is also we are configuring. So like that, the document is maintaining the tree format structure. it is head section, it is body section. Two sections it is maintaining. Internally, whatever the attributes we are using, that attributes also taking as a subpart of elements. So like that, this type of structure it is maintaining this complete web page. If you want to run that program, immediately the program is also taken by the browser and also executing by the programs. And how many types of the W3C DOM standard is separated into three different parts. DOM object, document object model is can be divided into three parts. What are they? Core DOM, XML DOM, HTML DOM. Core DOM is standard model for all document types. It is a common document. And XML DOM is used for the XML documents development purpose. We can use the XML document object model. And it is also one of the standard model given by the W3C organization. And last one is HTML DOM. HTML DOM is also a standard model for HTML documents. Till now we are using core model, core DOM and HTML DOM. Core DOM is nothing but what are the documents, what are the text content document you have, that text content document it will automatically open in the browser also, no problem, okay. And HTML DOM is in the whatever the HTML elements we are using in the program, that HTML elements also understanding by the browser, nothing but a document object model it can understand by the program, and after that it should maintain the tree format structure inside. Internally it should maintaining the tree format structure. And XML DOM is used for the XML document development purpose and executing purpose. So XML documents is also executed in browser only. So nothing but document object model, it can be used for the execution purpose. And now HTML DOM is, what is HTML DOM? We can see right now. The HTML DOM is a standard object model and also programming interface for HTML. It defines the HTML elements as a objects. So carefully observe, if you use the anchor tag and also h1 tag in the DOM object model, document object model, each and every element treated as an object, because of JavaScript is also supporting object oriented programming now. So that's why document object model is also internally each and every HTML element treated as a object. And the properties of the HTML elements, and HTML elements are what properties? What are the HTML elements? The properties of all HTML elements. For example, here anchor tag we are using now, in that href attribute we can use. So here attribute is also called a property. Call it one of the property. For example, if you have used to image tag, if you have used image tag in your program, in the image tag internally src attribute we can use now, nothing but source attribute. So that is also one of the property of image element, img tag element, okay. So the methods to access all HTML elements, whatever the methods we have, actually in the JavaScript we have to write our own methods, and also built-in methods also we are using now. So those are also HTML internally identified if you use the script tag, and the events for all HTML elements. So each in the whatever the program you have developed, that program if you want to execute, while running time, each and everything is treated as an event. Nothing but the document opened in the browser is also called one of the event. After that, if you in your program, if you have any button, if you click that button, it will generate some action. So that action is also called one of the event. So the HTML DOM supports HTML elements and properties, methods, events. So the DOM object model, HTML DOM object model, can support these all properties. In other words, the HTML DOM is a standard for how to get, change, add or delete HTML elements. Okay. Thus, that is the HTML DOM object model, standard model. If you want to get any element, that is also can support. If you want to change and if you want to add or if you want to delete HTML elements, So document object is the standard model to use. The HTML DOM, document object model. The HTML DOM, nothing but document object model. When a web page is loaded, the browser creates a document model of the page. The HTML DOM model is constructed as a tree of objects. For example, if I use the anchor tag and heading tag in my web page, so internally the document object model, it can convert as a tree format structure. Because of here two sections, we have a head section, body section in the root element. So after that, in the head section, title tag I have given to give the web page title, and in the body section, anchor tag h1 tag. So anchor tag contain one attribute and anchor tag contain a plain text to generate the link. H1 is also used to give the heading for a plain text here, right? So like that we can use the DOM object internally. When the program is loaded, it should have to maintain the tree format structure for each and every element in two sections, head section, body section, right? So with the object model, JavaScript gets all the over it needs to create dynamic HTML. JavaScript can change all the HTML elements in the page. Because of, if you use the HTML and CSS without JavaScript, so you cannot change and you cannot do any changes, because of it can't support, that is static programming. But if you use the JavaScript, if you want to change any elements in the web page, so that is possible, because of JavaScript is dynamic programming language. At runtime also, by using JavaScript we can change the HTML elements dynamically. JavaScript can change all the HTML attributes in the page. JavaScript can change all the CSS styles. JavaScript can remove existing HTML documents and attributes. JavaScript can add new HTML elements and attributes. JavaScript can react to all existing HTML events in the page. JavaScript can create new HTML events in the page. Because of that is dynamic programming language. So that's why by using that one we can do anything in this while running the program. While running time also we can do anything by using JavaScript dynamically. And DOM, document object model, is also over, and now the next concept is event handling. So in the JavaScript interaction with HTML is handled through events. JavaScript interaction with the HTML document is handled through events that occur when the user or browser manipulates a page. User manipulates the page. For example, here I am opening one browser window. Now I want to click these three buttons at last. So here it is open one menu now. So that is also called one event. So when we click on the browser on the desktop, double click on the desktop, the mouse is also clicking now. So that is also one of the event. After that the document is opened now. So that is also one of the event. If the maximizing and minimizing, these two are events. Like mouse is also contains some events, keyboard is also contains some events, and document object is also contains some events. Okay. So each and every operation is called an event. When the page loads, it called an event. When the user clicks a button, the click to is an event. Other examples include events like pressing any key, closing a window, resizing a window, etc. These all are events. So developers can use these events to execute JavaScript coded responses. So while developing time, the developers, they are using these events. Which can cause the buttons to close windows, messages to display to the users, data to be validated, and virtually any other type of response imaginable. Whatever the response you want, that response you just imagine. So that is also one of the event. So events are a part of document object model level 3. Document object model is also contain a level 3, and every HTML element contains a set of events. Which can trigger JavaScript code. Okay. So event handling is nothing but there are number of events we have. There are number of events we have. Document object model contain on click event and on double click event, on about event, on about event. Now I will show some events. For that I am connecting the internet through my mobile phone. What are the events we have? There are number of events we have. In the next class, I will explain about all the events. But in today's class, just I will show how many events we have. So for that, I am connecting the internet through my mobile phone, and yeah, it is connecting right now. Yeah, connected. Now, JavaScript events. JavaScript events. Carefully observe, here it is opening. Around these many events we have. Mouse event, clicking mouse, mouse over, mouse out, mouse down, mouse up, mouse move. Because of, carefully observe, my mouse is rounding now. If I want to click this link, this is also one of the event. The mouse is changing now with hand symbol. If I put the mouse pointer in some hyperlink, the mouse pointer has changed to the hand symbol. Carefully observe. Carefully observe. So that is also one of the event. If you want to click this one and the link will open directly now, so that is also one of the event. If you over on the mouse, the text color it is changing now, green color it is applying, so that is also one of the event. If mouse out, immediately if mouse over on the text, it is displaying some event, so with color, green color, and if I mouse over out, then immediately a normal state it will get now for that object, like that. Mouse down, mouse up, mouse move, and key down, key up, focus, submit, blur, change, load, unload, resize. These are all events. These all are events. Actually, there are number of events we have. Okay, but here the site is also showing some normal events, and here tutorials point I am opening. Then here also we can see number of events. Carefully observe here HTML5 standard events, offline, on about, on after print, on before unload, on before print, on blur. So these many events we have. On waiting, on volume change, on unload, on undo, on time update, on suspend, on submit, on storage, on stalled, on select, on seeking, on scroll, on resize, on redo. Everything is a object. So actually according to Osmania University syllabus, so in the next unit, we have the some events to explain briefly. So carefully observe in the fourth unit, events and event handlers. So here, event, what is an event? On about event, on click, on double click, on DBL click, on drag drop, on error, on focus, on key press, on key up, on load, on mouse, on mouse down, on mouse move, on mouse out, on mouse over, on mouse move, on rest, on resize, on select, on submit, on unload. So these many events the university given. In the next class, I would like to explain. I will explain. So each and every event. So third unit completed. Event handling is also over. Document object model is over. Date and math objects is also over. Array object is also over. And object portion is also over. Functions over. JavaScript looping statements also over. Expressions and statements also over. So in the second unit, total 19 pages notes we have. So operators concept is also over. Data types and variables is also over. For futures also over. Server side script is also over. Client side script is also over. So in the second unit, everything is completed. Thank you very much. Today I am closing this session. I hope you enjoyed this one. In the next class, I will start with the fourth unit. Okay, fourth unit concept I will start.